Hi everyone, so today I want to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about on the channel for a while, and that is underrated Broadway songs from popular musicals. So, you know that there's always this one song in a musical, or like two, or whatever, that like everyone skips and like barely anyone like really listen to, and because they don't really give it a chance, or it just isn't talked about much. Like some of them are from lesser known musicals, but mostly the ones I'm going to talk about today are from popular musicals. Let me know if you want to see a part 2 of this, which is underrated songs from less popular musicals, because I do like underrated musicals. I do like a bunch of underrated musicals, but these are some popular musicals, underrated songs that I love that I don't know why some people either don't like or just don't really talk about. So first we have the song that gave me the idea to do this video. So yesterday I was scrolling on Instagram and I realized that I was wondering, because there's this Little Shop understudy that I follow that I did not know she left Little Shop. Like, I was not aware of this. Like, I was like, wait, she left Little Shop? Because I saw an announcement of her joining the Wicked tour, and I was like, she's not in Little Shop anymore. So I scrolled down her page and I was trying to find her like goodbye Little Shop post to know when she left, and I found it, and the post had a song from Little Shop that I totally forgot about. Like, I literally totally forgot about until yesterday. Like, and the song is You Never Know, which I don't know, I like forgot about it. Like, even though even though the first time I saw Little Shop, the first time I've watched Little Shop, I haven't seen like it live, but first time I watched Little Shop was in summer 2024, and I don't know, I don't know how I forgot about the song, because I actually really like it. The You Never Know, it's just so catchy. Like, I don't know why I forgot about it for this long, but yeah, You Never Know, it's a really good song, and that's the reason why, and more people should listen to it. Like, I don't know why nobody talks about the song, and I don't know why it's forgotten, because a lot of these songs are like pretty forgotten, but like, yeah, I've never seen anyone talk about You Never Know, like literally anyone. Even the Little Shop has been pretty popular lately, because Little Shop has been getting pretty Little Shop has been getting pretty popular lately, because like the recent few casts have had like really like well-known actors in them, like, yeah, I just don't know why nobody talks about You Never Know, like, literally. But then let's just go on to something that literally Hamilton. So From Refuted, we'll talk about that. So that is literally one of my favorite songs from Hamilton, and I barely hear anyone, like literally anyone, talk about From Refuted. Like, it's literally just so good. Like, it's short, but it's good. Like, yeah, I love Fane Jasperson, but the song is just so underrated, and I don't know why people like skip it. Like, it's just so good. Like, especially when Thane is like, for shame. Yeah, I think I sang in the wrong key, but yeah, that, and then also, I don't know, it's just such a good song, and it's very underappreciated. Like, it's probably the least the Hamilton song I've heard people talk about the least, because for a while I never really what was I gonna say? I'm sorry, this video is not scripted, only the song list is scripted, not the the talking, but I haven't really seen much appreciation for Best of Wives and Best of Women for years until the summer when it went viral, so now that song's no longer underrated, so. But I've always thought From Refuted was more underrated than that, but yeah, Best of Wives and Best of Women was like pretty forgotten like until the summer. But From Refuted is like very forgotten. Like it's skipped a lot. But I never skip it. So, yeah. And then Heathers. So, this one I like literally never hear anyone talk about this song, but like literally almost everyone in the Broadway community knows Heathers. Like, but I say no. Like, I love that song so much. Like, it's just so good. Like, I love it so much. Especially the key change. I think I've said this before on my channel, but I do love key changes. Like, I don't know, they just give me chills, like, so much. But that has, like, one of my favorite key changes, like, ever. But, and I don't know, it's just so catchy, and, like, I don't know, I also forgot about this song for a long time, but until I saw, a Instagram post that said, "I'm not Bonnie, you're not Clyde," and it had, JD and Veronica in like, the Bonnie and Clyde, like, background, and I was like, wait, I'm not Bonnie, you're not Clyde. What was that from again? And then I looked it up, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I love this song. And then I fell in love with it. That was like 2 months ago, but yeah, that was also another forgotten song, just like You'll Never Know. And for Gatsby, I have to say, this is like the only song that I literally, this one was really hard. Like, I almost, like, I don't know, I don't really listen to this song, but this one was really hard because, I was gonna say Shady, and then I realized that Shady is, like, pretty, I don't know, I've, like, seen some stuff about Shady, and then I thought Valley of Ashes, because, I don't know, even though I do not like George, I literally hate George, like, I hate what he did to Gatsby so much, and, Gatsby didn't deserve that, but, Valley of Ashes is also really underrated, and then I remembered the most underrated song of all. I've literally heard no one ever talk about this one, and that is Go. I don't know, even I skip it sometimes, but it was just really hard to pick for Gatsby because like all the popularity it's been getting recently, and and Go is just the one song that, like, no one ever talks about. Like, even Made to Last is more popular than Go, and I barely hear anyone talk about that one too. But Go is just so good. Like, it's good, like, especially good because it has Jeremy in it. Yeah, just no one ever talks about it. But Newsies. So, there was one song in Newsies that I've, like, always loved, and it's not Watch What Happens, because that song is one of the most popular, but I do love Watch What Happens, that's my favorite, but, That's Rich. I barely hear anyone talking about That's Rich, or Meta as a whole. Like, Meta is such a forgotten character, like, she, like, doesn't really have much stage time in the musical, I think that's why she's forgotten. But and her 1992 songs are very forgettable. Well, I love High Times Hard Times. I don't understand why that song got the Razzie Award, but I don't like My Lovey Dovey Baby is so forgettable, but Back to That's Rich, like, I don't know, it's just so good. Like, I don't know, no one ever talks about it, and that's what I would say for most of them. So, Dear Evan Hansen, this is one that, Good For You, this is, Good For You is literally the most underrated Dear Evan Hansen song, and probably one of my favorites, like, behind, well, For Forever is my favorite, but I love Good For You. Like, I didn't at first, like, I used to skip it for 3 years, so I discovered Dear Evan Hansen in 2020 during quarantine, I discovered so many musicals during that time. Dear Evan Hansen was one of the ones that, like the biggest ones I discovered, like, one of the ones I got, like, really obsessed with during quarantine, and so, I would always skip Good For You and Requiem, but I still skip Requiem, but I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't like Requiem. Don't hate me for this, because I know a lot of people do like Requiem, but I just never liked it. But I didn't like Good For You until back at 3 years later, in the end of 2023, I was, like, listening to some songs that I usually skip, just, like, give them a second chance, and, I remembered Good For You, and I was, like, and I literally, when I listened to it, like, I literally got chills, and then I fell in love with it. So, Good For You, like, I don't know, it's just a very, very, like, literally no one ever talks about Good For You, and that's why it's pretty forgotten. And yeah, and more people should listen to Good For You, because it's such a good song, like. And so now we have Wicked. This is probably, Wonderful is so underrated. Like, I know Wonderful is, like, I don't know, no one really likes the Wizard songs in Wicked, like, but I always liked Wonderful for some reason. Like, I don't know, it just has this, I can't really describe it, but it's just good. Like, I don't like A Sentimental Man. I've always didn't like it, and I know a lot of people don't like that one, but I know a lot of people don't like Wonderful, but I do, and, it's just underrated, and you should give it a second chance before, I don't know how it would sound in Wicked for Good, but, yeah, but Wonderful is great, and you should really, Wicked fans, you should give Wonderful a second chance. And yeah, so Bonnie and Clyde, this is one of the lesser known ones on my list. So, Bonnie and Clyde isn't really too popular. Like, it was only on Broadway for a month. It closed on my 6th birthday, fun fact. Another musical on this list actually closed on my birthday also, we'll get to that one. And it's also another lesser known one. And Bonnie and Clyde, the only reason I discovered it is because of Jeremy Jordan, because, like, the Jer Jor fandom is, like, the only really, like, Bonnie and Clyde, mostly the fans are the Jer Jor fandom, like, the Jeremy fans, like, are, like, but this song, Bonnie and Clyde, Made in America, that song is so good, it's one of my favorites. I was gonna say, God's Arms Are Always Open, but that has a little, like, the little, like, cameo of, like, Jeremy and the gun that, like, I always see as, like, I use sometimes, like, a reaction image, like, Jeremy holding the gun, like, in that song, but that's, like, a pretty iconic moment, so that's why I didn't put it, but the song is so underrated, but Made in America is more underrated, like, I don't know, it's just so catchy, like, maybe, especially the part that gives me chills is, like, when it gets, like, slower, like the we may be dead, wake up in a sweat, like, yeah, but I don't know, it's just I've never heard anyone talk about Made in America, literally. So that's why it's on my list. So 6. This was a really hard one because 6 doesn't really have that many songs, and and most of them either became viral at one point or another, or is just popular, like, with fans of Six. But this one is like the one I hear people talk about the least, and that is Heart of Stone, which I love that song. I used to skip it, actually. Same with All You Wanna Do, but Heart of Stone I used to, like, never listen to until this year, actually, when I didn't really get into that song until this year. So yeah, and Heart of Stone, I don't know, it's just the most underrated one, but it's just such a good song. I love it so much. And I don't know, and also Jane Seymour is the Six Queen I hear talked about the least, so that's also why I added that in, because Jane Seymour is also the Six Queen that I hear people talk about the least. So even though my favorite is Anne Boleyn, obviously, I love Anne Boleyn. She's so silly, and I don't know, I like her personality, and I love Don't Lose Your Head. That one's my favorite. But back to Seymour. Like, Seymour's like, I don't know, like, kind of like, I can't really describe, but she's underrated, and yeah. But Outsiders. So, this song is kind of forgotten. Like, I barely hear anyone talk about this one because I know why it's forgotten, because it's literally less than a minute long, and that is Trouble, and it's literally one of my favorites from the show. I don't know, I just love it. Like, it's just so catchy. Like, I get it stuck in my head a lot. Those boys want trouble and it's on its way. Right. Those boys want trouble and it's on its way. Yeah, and I don't know, a lot of people just don't care about it, and I'm obsessed with it, so that's why it's on my list. So Waitress, I've literally, no one ever talks about The Negative. So The Negative isn't really one of my top favorites from Waitress, but I just hear no one talk about that one, and that's just underrated song for you. The Negative, like, it's kind of weird, but it's good. Kind of like how I feel about Blue from Heathers, which is weird but good. Which Blue isn't really that underrated, but yeah. So Mamma Mia. So I have always thought, like, ever since I first started listening to Mamma Mia, that Knowing Me, Knowing You was, like, so underrated. Like, it just is. Like, I sometimes skip it, but I usually listen to it. I've never ever heard anyone talk about Knowing Me, Knowing You. Probably like one person, but I don't know. That was a while ago. But yeah, but Mamma Mia, a lot of the songs are pretty well known, but some of, like, the underrated, like, because it's like ABBA's, like, most popular hits. But I don't know, I just never really hear anyone talk about Knowing Me, Knowing You. So yeah, so Back to the Future. So this musical is pretty recent, but it deserved a much longer run. Like, I know, like, it, like, literally deserved a much longer run. Like, how did it not survive on Broadway for the movie's 40th anniversary? That's what I don't get. And yeah, but Gotta Start Somewhere is, like, she's so good and catchy and underrated. Yeah. But I just don't get how Back to the Future wasn't as popular as it should be, because it's a very popular franchise, and it deserved potential. I wish I got to see it, but I literally didn't discover the musical until last December. Literally December. And it was closing. It was literally like 2 weeks before it closed, and I didn't have the time to see it because it was around like yeah. because it was like around like the end of Back to the Joy. And Cabaret, this song is like very forgotten. Another forgotten one, Two Ladies. I just love Two Ladies. Like, it's one of my favorites. Like, I don't know, I just love, like, especially in what's it called? In Alan Cunning's version. I love how he sings the he's like I don't know, I just thought it was funny and cool, and I just love at the end that he's like, oh, I'm so hot now. I don't know why, I just think that's, but I don't know, it's just such a good song. Like, I don't know, like, it's very underappreciated. Like, no one ever talks about that one, but I love it. So yeah. And then Chicago, this is another one that I don't really like that much, but I just hear no one ever talking about When Vilma Takes the Stand. Cause it's literally just like, when Vilma takes the stand, look out, like, that's like literally all it is. It's kind of like a filler song, like, not really, like, I don't know, it's kind of filler, but it's still, it's an okay song, but it's just a song I hear people talk about the least from Chicago, so yeah, that's why it's in there. So falsettos, this one was really hard because there's so many underrated songs in falsettos. Like, there's literally so many underrated songs in falsettos, but I would have to go with Another Miracle of Judaism. So another really short song, like Farmer Refuted and Trouble, but longer than both of those two. But no, wait, no, Farmer Refuted's a bit longer, I think, but yeah, Another Miracle of Judaism, I don't know, it's just so good. I've always loved it ever since I first discovered falsettos. It has been one of my favorites for a long time. Well, no, I've only been into falsettos for 2 years, but yeah, but it has been one of my favorites for a long time, and it still is. And I don't know, I just like it. Like, I don't know why I like it, but I do. So Gypsy, Broadway. I don't know, I just never hear, I've never seen Gypsy. One of the few musicals on this list that I haven't seen yet, or I haven't seen Gypsy, but I have listened to Gypsy. I do really like it. I've been listening to 2008 version for a while, and then I recently started listening to the Audra version when that finally came out, when the album finally came out, and I don't know, well, for a while, I thought Baby June and Her Newsboys was the most underrated song. I love that song so much. Like, it's probably my favorite Gypsy. It's so fun, and it's very Newsies core. That's why I love it so much. But Broadway is more underrated. Like, I don't know, like, if it's like a filler or not, because I've never seen Gypsy, but it just sounds filler to me, but it's still good. Like, it sounds filler, but it's still good. Like, I don't know if it is filler. Comment if it is filler or if it's not filler, because I haven't seen Gypsy. Yeah. Hadestown, another musical I really should see, but I actually haven't seen Hadestown, but I really want to someday. I might just watch a slime of Hadestown, because I love Recarney and even Noblezada. But Chant Reprise. I never hear anyone talk about Chant Reprise. I hear people talk about Chant, but Chant Reprise. Also Living It Up on Top, close second, but Chant Reprise. I don't know, I like Chant Reprise better than the regular Chant. I don't know, just always like chant like, oh, keep your head low. Oh, you gotta keep your head low if you wanna keep your head. Oh, you gotta keep your head low. Yeah, but chant reprise is just good. Chant reprise, but Hairspray. This is like one of the first songs I've like really called an underrated song. Like, it's Hairspray. That song is literally so underrated. Like, I just love it. Like, well, not as, I don't like it as much as I used to. I used to really like It's Hairspray, but now I sometimes listen to it, but I usually skip it these days. But like back in like 2021, 2022, I really liked It's Hairspray, and I don't know, I just thought it was so underrated, and it still is. My thoughts had changed on It's Hairspray, but same with also back in that era, like 2021, 2022, I always skipped oh, I forget the name. Why do I forget the name? It's one of my favorites. Why did I forget the name? I Can Hear the Bells. Like, I literally used to skip that one for some reason, and it's literally like my third favorite from the show. So, yeah, but that one's not really that one's not underrated, but it's Hairspray. But, yeah. Always in these unscripted videos, I go off topic so much. This is why I should do more scripted videos. But, Into the Woods. This one was, another really hard one because a lot of the songs that no one talks about, I don't really like. Like, I don't like Hello Little Girl. Like, I don't know, I never liked it. It's just boring. And I never liked Cinderella at the Grave either. And I know those two are underrated. And I never liked, On the Steps of the Palace, because that song brings back bad memories, which I really don't want to talk about, because it almost, like, yeah, like, I don't know, that song just gives me bad memories. But Moments in the Woods, I love that song so much. Like, it's just good. Like, Moments in the Woods is like one of my favorites. Like, even though why did I just blank out? I don't know, but Moments in the Woods, I don't know, I just barely hear it getting talked about, like, but, Mean Girls. So, Do This Thing. Do This Thing is so underrated, unless you're a Ben Cook fan. It's popular for the it's only popular because of Ben Cook, literally. Only popular because of Ben Cook. And there's not really that many Ben Cook fans. Like Ben Cook has such like a small fandom. But that's how I fell in love with Do This Thing, and I just love it. X is greater than the value of Y. That's literally my favorite line in Mean Girls. But just no one ever talks about Do This Thing other than Ben Cook fans. Because it's basically like a meme to the Ben Cook fans. Not really, but like a lot of people just, I don't know, X is greater than the value of Y. And then the last one on this list is another lesser known one. It's probably the most lesser known on the least talked about musical on this list, in my opinion, which I really think that more people should watch this musical. I just realized I forgot to say this. I'm editing right now, just so you know. But Some Like It Hot is the other show that closed on my birthday. Like Bonnie and Clyde closed on my 6th birthday. Some Like It Hot closed on my 18th birthday. So that's a fun fact for you. It's Some Like It Hot. Like, it's literally such a good musical. Like, it has a good message also. But a song I never hear anyone talk about from that musical is Zebap. So Zebap is actually the reason why I got into the musical, because I heard that song one day and I was like, oh my gosh, this song is so catchy. And it is. It's just so silly and catchy, and I don't know, I like silly, catchy songs, and I always did, but because when I was a kid, I watched VeggieTales, and my favorite part was always the silly songs with Larry, so I think that's why I've always liked, like, silly, catchy songs. But, like, Zebap, Zebooliada, Beep Bam Bam, it's just nonsense, but it's catchy, so I think that's why it's, like, kind of forgotten, but, because it's, like, kind of filler, but not really, like, it's filler, but not really filler, like, yeah, but that is the end of these songs. Like, I like, comment your opinions on these songs, or, like, any I missed, because I didn't add, like, because there are more musicals that I missed and more underrated songs that I missed, but I haven't, but I really hope you enjoyed this video and my little, like, random little talk about underrated songs, and sorry for not uploading that much. Sorry for not uploading that much. I actually am gonna start uploading a lot again soon, because October is like always one of my busiest months, and this October is probably my busiest October, so yeah, so that's why I only, like, I think I only posted like 2 videos during October, and one was a video that I forgot to post that I made in May, so, and that was the My Shot cover, but that is underrated songs, and please like and subscribe and comment your favorite underrated song or underrated musicals you would like to see in part 2 of underrated songs from underrated musicals.